The Oregon Ducks released the Ducks versus Them. I believe that was on Tuesday night. And we got some explanations. They're really good mini docs that they do every week, kind of highlighting Oregon football. And this week, the title of Ducks versus Them was, "Are You Not Entertained?" And it goes through the week of meetings, the motivation for the week, highlights from the game. And there was something that popped out that Dan Lanning, they went to the meetings on Monday leading up to the Michigan game. And it was about the man in the arena and the messaging from Lanning. And this goes back to kind of what we were talking about with Harbaugh and Kirk Cignetti, right? Is that guys will buy in when you believe it, when you buy into it, when you are the one that is leading that charge. And on a Monday meeting, they did Man in the Arena. They showed highlights from the movie Gladiator, and they said it's about the warriors in the arena. And it skips forward to game day, and that's Lanning's pregame speech as they're walking down the tunnel at the big house. He's talking about it's the warriors in the arena. And it shed light as to a couple of things that people had questions about with Oregon. Why did Oregon call a timeout when they were driving down the field? Game is in hand. And what was the deal with the thumbs down? We talked about that on Mondays. Like, what was going on with the whole thumbs down thing? We got that from this week's Ducks versus Them.
I'm going to tell you to look up at the stands at some point in this game, and you're going to start to see them empty out. We've made the decision before we've even stepped on the field. All day, it's thumbs down. It's no mercy.
Dramatic, cinematic pause.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
And when this thing's over with, we're going to ask, are you not entertained? Right? Are you not entertained? I told you about this moment on Monday. Look around. Look around.
Where'd he go?
Go. Are you not entertained?
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Guys, look at the arena.
Are you not
They called timeout because Dan Lanning on Monday in the meeting said, we will call a timeout at some point when everybody is leaving that stadium. And we are going to, goes back to the Lanning quote that he had on primetime, right? Mm-hmm. Going and cooking on someone else's grill.
I'm cooking on your grill.
Winning on the road, it means something. When you are in a big stadium, the big house, they want to have that moment of watching them walk out.
Well, this
the
is
thumbs down wasn't to Jabbar Muhammad. It wasn't to Michigan. It was in reference to Gladiator.
Finish him.
Yeah.
Where they give the thumbs down, and they preached it all week long.
Yeah, and the thing is, it's a combination of Dan Lanning and his personality and the Oregon football program, but it just feels like it all fits together so well. And like they get it. They just get it. And they know how to hype up their dudes. They know how to give everybody juiced. And it's just, it all feels like a great fit.
The thing that came out of this, for me, and we talked about this a little bit with Cignetti, and the idea of coach speak versus actually believing it.
Yep.
And I genuinely believe Dan Lanning believes this stuff. Look, they've got a relationship with Disney, and maybe they're maybe just pumping out some money in the movie business because they got some ties there with Gladiator 2.
What?
No, you're not picking up the new Gladiator movie coming out with Denzel Washington.
Is that a Disney movie?
No. I was saying through ties through the movie industry.
Yeah. Well, in that one, it's Russell Crowe's kid that has grown up, right?
Yes. No, because he's dead.
Well, no, but it's Russell Crowe's kid.
Oh, he's the actual, not Maximus's kid. Because remember, they killed him.
Oh wait. Oh.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
And his wife.
All right. Well, whatever. Denzel. Yay.
That's why he went.
But yeah, no, Denzel's in it, which
Denzel.
in a Gladiator movie?
Denzel.
That feels like something that somebody was pitching somewhere, and they're like, "What if we did a Gladiator movie?" It's like, it's been done, but what if we put Denzel in it?
Oh, which, by the way, the Equalizer movies, great trilogy.
Okay.
Good ones.
All right.
He's not wrong. Like, if you
Denzel.
want to just flip
Never seen him.
Oh, really?
Oh, they're good.
Mm-mm.
You ever watch Red, the Bruce Willis, John Malkovich,
Yeah.
Morgan Freeman? Just entertaining, like little fun action movies.
All right.
Same vein.
Okay.
Little darker though. Less campy and fun, and more like super murdery.
Oh, yeah. And Denzel, he messes up some dudes.
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot.
Well,
Yeah.
Pivot
Anywho,
out of
sorry.
that. Try.
Pivot. Yeah. Squirrel.
I dare you.
Apologies.
these videos are going to get, like, one thing that you're seeing on social media right now is that you got guys like Pat McAfee retweeting, "I'm ready to play for Dan Lanning right effing now."
Yeah.
Right? This is why they put them out, is not for you and me. They put them out because recruits see it.
Mhm.
Guys that are in the portal that are going to be entering the portal will see it.
Yeah.
And it sets that tone. What it's also going to do, and this is one thing they don't care about at all, I don't think, is it's going to start to get those Big Ten teams to be like, how dare they?
Mhm.
You know, if you want to start seeing people and fuel to the fire as time goes on, this is how that happens, right? Because that video, it doesn't come out and you don't see all of that. We're going to call the timeout if that game didn't go the way that it did, right?
No. It's going to turn from, okay, that team out west to that team out west.
Yeah, they are, and I think that is part of Lanning, the way that he operates. You heard like there were coaches on the headsets that buy into the same thing. They are all kind of that narrow focused right now. And it is, I love to see it because you're seeing that buy-in from the players. You're seeing literally every player on the field was doing the Gladiator thumbs down, right? They have bought into that. And it's going to rub people the wrong way. And Lanning, that team, they do not care.
There's just something that feels different about that team and that program this year than anything that we've seen, even from, the late Bellotti years and even with Chip, when Chip came in with the flash, and it feels different this year. It feels genuine and like something big is happening.
Yeah, they're building, and that was kind of always the thing, is that, they're building to being that team that can climb to the mountaintop, right? I think when these videos come out, they're really fun to watch. They do a really good job with them, like the cinematic part.
Look, Oregon's got a great sports business school and has for a while, and the media arm of that is a big part of this.
Dude.
Look, their social media team and what they developed there, it's incredible. It's very, 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 very good. And to be honest, like the ones that do this the best, Oregon, USC, Tennessee, there's another Ole Miss, and there's one other one that had just been Utah cranks out super high end, like movie style reels.
Yeah, there's a lot of work that gets put into those, and they do a damn good job.
It's crazy.
If you're a Duck fan, you eat that.
Oh,
stuff
you just
up,
gobble
man.
it up, man. I mean, you're lining up at the trough for it.
I think there's a lot of people that aren't now. When you look at how many of the national media members
How dare
are
they
watching it.
Yeah.
Well, and you're not really getting a lot of the how dare they, except for Michigan fans. Michigan fans didn't understand what the thumbs down was all about. It's like, what? Why don't you guys like us?
Yeah.
And it had nothing to do with them.
Like we have no rivalry. We got no beef.
Yeah.
Not yet, bitches.
they're like, but that's how they start, right?
Exactly.
You don't think that there will ever be a time, as long as Oregon is in the big. Well, actually, we don't know this because I said you don't think there'll ever be a time. I mean, these conferences may only be around for like 2 years.
Yeah.
But Oregon and Michigan are going to play again, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if Michigan is ever on the other end of it, they're gonna remember that stuff, and that's what makes college football great. It really it's what I love about college football is it is petty, It is, how do traditions start? I don't know. But you know what? We have origin points for every single one, and some of them are tiny. Like this one would be a meeting on a Monday started something that could become part of a rivalry moving forward. I don't know. It depends on how upset Michigan gets at it. But it's great.
Yeah. May I throw a little bit of a screw in a tire?
Sure.
Because this college football season is not your typical one, and a lot of your original true blue bloods are not at the top, like your Alabamas and your Georgias and whatnot, and they're all kind of struggling a bit.
I mean, Georgia's ranked third.
Well, yes, they are third, but still, but nobody.
But like Bama,
Anywho.
Clemson, the big powers of note recently.
Yes,
Yeah.
you get my point.
Yep.
But so, should this season go the way that Oregon Duck fans would love for it to go, and they go and and perhaps I'm knock on wood, something great happens. Will there be kind of an asterisk on the season because of the other traditional blue bloods not being at the level that they typically are?
No, I think that this is just kind of more the sign of
like what we treat
the way that college football is headed, right?
Like what we treat as an NBA bubble season championship.
No, I don't know why we would, because this is the new era of college football where the transfer portal, holding on to your guys, filling your holes, and still building your base through your traditional recruiting class is the most important thing. Like, the world of NIL and the transfer portal have transformed the landscape. I don't think that this is going to be the one-off. This is going to be what we see moving forward, where when you have a head coach go to a non-traditional power like a Kurt Signetti, right? And he has the backing of an NIL base, because I don't think people realize how much money Indiana has.
A stupid amount of money.
Yeah, a guy named Mark Cuban.
Yeah.
He's an alum from there.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
No, like I honestly
really
didn't know that.
Yeah.
I really didn't know that.
They have got, and when you have an NIL base, when you have a coach that understands the era that they're coaching in, this is a transitionary phase where a lot of the blue blood programs, the ones that have taken a step back or are now surging, they had to reevaluate the landscape, because I think a school like Tennessee was one of the fastest to adapt to NIL. And we're seeing they're reaping the rewards of being on the cutting edge of it. Oregon was on the cutting edge of NIL, and Dan Lanning being a good evaluator of talent through the portal and also having a recruiting base. Those schools are the ones that are thriving right now. This is going to be more of, this is why I've always said NIL and the transfer portal will level the field of play for a lot of schools.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just going to be 3 or 4 schools anymore.
Right.
I mean, when those 3 or 4 schools figure it out, then they're going to be back. Make no mistake about it.
Well, and like Oregon has been at the top of recruiting classes before Dan Lanning got here, back to the Mario Cristobal days and such. And, that played out as, well, when we all know. But so I guess the hope is then for the local Oregon Ducks fans, is this a quick flash, or is this a start of something superior and great, and like a run like an Alabama or a Georgia or a Clemson or what have you? And I feel like we can be there with Dan Lanning.
Yeah. I mean, this is the new world, man. New world of college foosball.